Hey, Daniel with Exponential Business Coaching. One of the most consistent things that I did in my career when I was creating exponential shifts, whether it was with working with Tony Robbins, Norwegian Cruise Line, some of the top solar and roofing companies, Cardone, with Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street, or many of the other companies and organizations that I work with. One of the most consistent things that I did was to create daily trackers. And I've amalgamated the best things that I've learned from the different daily trackers that I had, right? If you want to create exponential shifts, it's really about some things that you do every day. So we've created the Exponential Daily Tracker. We know there's a lot of uncertainty in the marketplace. We want to add some massive value and show you how we can create exponential shifts in your business, sales, and marketing. So we're going to run through the Exponential Business Daily Tracker with you. So we're going to start right off at the top of the Exponential Tracker, and it's going to be after 365 days, you're only 1% improvement daily from getting exponential results. How can we say that? Well, as we've said before, after 365 days of improving 1% daily, you have improved by 3,778%. So almost a 4,000% gain. There's no straight lines in nature. Also, a straight line, if you think your company is just staying at the same pace, there's always forces pulling it down. So a straight line is actually a business that's dying. So you have to implement daily training. So that's going to be the next thing on your Exponential Daily Tracker. Next, warm up. Put yourself in a powerful and resourceful mindset. Whatever your rituals are, definitely it's great to get out and walk or run or hit the gym or do push-ups or whatever it is that you do. I believe it was Boiler Room where, he had the quote, come on, move around. Emotion comes from motion. Just anything that can really get you pumping. I remember Pitbull came to one of Tony Robbins' events one time. They played a remix of the Rocky song. It's like, dun, 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 dun. I can still hear and see Pitbull right on stage in front of us. It was pretty cool. It was quite the experience. I did have the honor of teaching a goal writing workshop at one of Tony Robbins' live Unleash the Power Within events. I like to think of it as what's the most leverage that you can get? What's the highest leverage action item you can take? Those are some of the things that you should be writing down, which kind of segues to our next segment. Just really quick, one other caveat, get leverage. Sometimes you want to get high on OPM, other people's money, or you want to get high on OPT, other people's time. You down with OPT? Yeah, you know me. Burn the boats. We are either going to win this war or we're going to die because we don't have any fucking boats to leave them, right? Burn the boats. Get committed. Yo! Get committed. Get introductions and referrals. Okay, again, with social media, specifically with LinkedIn, we are going to train you how to grow your LinkedIn so you can create exponential results. If you want to cold call somebody who you're not sure if they're interested, you're not sure if they're qualified, they don't know who the hell you are, and you want to cold call them and you want to close like a 7-figure deal. That sounds exponentially difficult. You know what sounds way easier? When you get an introduction to someone, they are at least going to hear you out. You can elegantly identify if they're interested, if they're qualified. I have 30,000 connections on LinkedIn with an average of 500 to 1,000 or more connections. 30,000 times 500 is at minimum 15 million. So I'm first degree removed from connections with at least 15 million people. I'm pretty sure it's closer to like 50 million. I'm 1 degree of separation away from all of the most wealthy people in the world. I have cold called Mark Benioff. I got him on the phone. Billionaire, creator of Salesforce. He's really good friends with Tony Robbins. Made it a little bit easier than just trying to cold call. Do me this. Go ahead and call Salesforce's 1-800 number and tell me how long it takes you to get on the phone with Mark Benioff. It ain't happening. And of course he bought tickets. Him and Tony are friends. I think he bought Tony something called a quad ski. Story for another day. So get leverage. Segueing into the next segment, what are the highest leverage actions that you can take and the exponential action items? Creating your Baller 100 list. Who are the top 100 people or organizations that you could transact with that would be, if you had one deal that size, it would be worth 100 deals, or it'd be exponentially more beneficial to you and your organization than closing one average deal that you have right now. So again, think about the highest leverage actions you can take. Who are the most powerful people, the most influential, the people that you have the biggest problem that you, your company, your organization can solve? Who's somebody that you can meet that is friends with or has clients with, all of the best possible clients you could think of. The next section, it seems extremely basic. It's called daily dials. So this is for sales managers, you want to be tracking this for your team. If you're in sales and you want to make multiple 6 figures, 7 figures, then this is one of your key metrics, foundational, right? So back in the day, I worked at Norwegian Cruise Line, and they had this really interesting thing. This was before I worked with Tony Robbins. This really interesting system in place where if you wanted to get new leads from the website, which could be really good, or at that time really bad, but if you wanted to hit your targets and be a badass and be a closer and not a piker, then what you would do is you had to do one of two things. You either had to book 3 cruises that day or make $150, one or the other. So if you only book 2 cruises, you still had to make $150 to get your leads the next day and stay at the top ranking. If you had your $150 and you booked 0, 1, or 2 cruises, that was fine. It was either or, right? So I took that. That was one of the things that I amalgamated. Your daily dials are going to be one of your key indicators, right? Because you can go an entire week without making any sales. But as long as you're hitting $150 a day, you are planting seeds that will come and they will turn into deals. And if they are not, then you need to get with your manager, you need to get with another top salesman, or with Exponential Business Coaching and identify where the breakdown is in the process. If you're making 150 calls minimum per day and setting 3 to 5 to 10 meetings a day, highly qualified, highly interested appointments with potential prospective clients, then what you're going to do is you're going to make it inevitable that you're going to have enough sales presentations and enough meetings where you are going to be closing a high percentage of them, and you're going to be making exponentially more than you are now. So what you're going to do is when you get somebody on the phone, you're calling ballers, you're calling leaders, movers and shakers. You don't know if they're in the boardroom or in their living room, if they're new baby. So you have about 90 seconds. Maybe the fastest I've ever set a meeting was just right about 30 seconds. It was an internet opt-in, right? So it was kind of fast and furious. But we got through everything. We set it, sent the calendar invite, and didn't have time to ask for referrals on that one. But on average, you're gonna have 90 seconds, at most 2 minutes. If you're on a call, if you're on an initial call with someone to set a meeting and you're at 7 to 10 minutes, you're on the phone way too long, and you're probably doing things that are actually gonna lower your chance of being able to serve that client. Every time that you set a meeting, a few things you wanna do. Go ahead and check it off, right? It's just, it feels good, right? Check the box. Write your estimated commission from that deal, ballpark it. Be as accurate as you can, right? But just try to have a minimum standard. And because let's just use a round number. If it's $250 and you book 4 meetings, you're like, okay, I made a G today. And I didn't make it in a sleazy way. I wasn't selling crack to the kids. I gotta get paid. So things will never change. So after you set that meeting, a few very important things that you're gonna wanna do. You're going to want to definitely send a calendar invite and then do a check mark. We want to make your success inevitable. So this daily tracker is gonna have every piece of information you need to make your success inevitable. If you get to the end of the week and you look at your daily tracker and you've made less than 150 calls per day, you didn't set at least 3 to 5 meetings per day, and you didn't send a calendar invite, you didn't tie down the meeting, you didn't ask for referrals, you're gonna know why you weren't successful. It's gonna be blaringly obvious, okay? So you're gonna send a calendar invite, super easy to do. Go ask a friend or look on YouTube or whatever video platform and just how to send a calendar invite. You can learn in under 2 minutes. There's a time in my life where I didn't know how to send a calendar invite. It's really stupid. Successful people run their life off of a calendar, right? So you want to send a calendar invite. You want to tie down the meeting. You want to make sure that you've shown them the value of how you're going to solve their problem. That's going to make them want to show up to the meeting. You're going to ask them to double check their calendar. You're going to say, hey, is there anything that would keep you from making this meeting? Short of Tony Robbins coming over and asking you out for lunch, or short of your favorite celebrity doing this or that or whatever, right? Is there anything that would keep you from making this appointment? And you both want to be a little bit playful and a little bit of a smartass. You want to be a little bit antagonistic. You want to be both playful and stern when it comes to tying down the meeting. I got training and got mentored by the late great Chet Holmes, author of The Ultimate Sales Machine. He taught me how to book an appointment with anyone. You can learn about that in one of our other trainings. But Chet Holmes said, there's certain things that you're going to do to be able to set an appointment with anyone. The first thing you need to do to set an appointment with anyone is you need to make sure when you call them that they don't hang up the phone. Are you ready for the amazing secret strategy to make sure that you'll never get hung up on again?